Good morning, everyone. Let us start. Today we shall learn a new chapter, chapter 6, soils, and this will be the last chapter. Now let me present my screen. So chapter 6, soils. We have already learned about different types of soils found in India in class 10. Okay, and so we may revise it now. So we know that soil is the most important layer of the earth crust, and soil, is a valuable resource. The bulk of our food and much of our clothing is derived from the land-based crops that grow on the soil. Okay, food for the animals, food for the human beings, and food for the plants. Okay, all the nutrients for the plants are derived from the soil only, and the crops grown on the land, the crops grown on the soil, okay, are also used as a raw material for different types of industries. Okay, and hence soil is a very important resource, and the soil on which we depend on so much for our day-to-day need has evolved over thousands of years. About the formation of soil, we have discussed in our textbook Fundamentals of Physical Geography. Okay, so to develop a thin layer of soil, to develop 1 centimeter layer of soil takes millions of years. Okay, and various agents of weathering and degradation have acted upon the parent rock material to produce a thin layer of rock. That means after weathering a big rock, okay, we call it parent rock, a thin layer of soil is derived. And we know that soil is the mixture of these rock debris and organic materials, okay, which develop on the earth's surface. So what is soil? Soil is a mixture of rock debris and organic materials develop on the earth's surface, and the major factors affecting the formation of soils are these: relief, parent material, climate, vegetation, and other life forms, and the time. Okay, so these are the important soil forming factors, or factors affecting the soil formation. And about these factors of soil formation, we also have already discussed in our textbook Fundamentals of Physical Geography. Okay, so important soil forming factors are relief, then that is height, altitude, okay, or the landform, then parent material, that is the type of the rock, climate, vegetation and other life forms, and the time. And beside this, human activities also influence it to a large extent. Okay, and components of soils are mineral particles, then humus, partly decomposed organic matter, okay, then water and air. So these are the important components of the soil: mineral particles, humus, water, and air, as shown here, as shown in this diagram. Okay, This pie chart shows important major components of soil. So minerals constitute 45%, then organic matter 5%, water 25%, air again 25%. Okay. And you must know that actual amount of each of these depend upon the type of soil. Okay, depending on the type of the soil, this share of the these components may differ. Okay. That means in some soils you may find more water. Okay, you may find more water or more air or more organic matter or less organic matter. So depending on the type of the soil. As mentioned here, some soils are deficient in one or more of these, while there are some others that have varied combinations. Okay. And see, if we dig a pit on land and look at the soil, we find that it consists of these 3 layers. Okay, it consists of layers, maybe 3 or 4. Okay, and which is known as horizons. Okay, the layers of the soils are known as horizon. Okay, and in our book 3 types of horizons are mentioned here. In other books you may find 4. Okay, so we have 3 horizons. That is, the first one is the horizon A. So horizon A is the topmost zone. Okay, horizon A is the topmost zone where organic materials have got incorporated with the mineral matter, nutrients and water which are necessary for the growth of the plants. Remember, the topmost zone of the soil is known as horizon A, and it contains organic materials, okay, mixed with mineral matter, then nutrients and water, which are necessary for the growth of plants. See here, this photograph shows a typical soil horizon. Okay, that means soil profile. We call it soil profile. This a section containing different layers. We call it soil profile. And see here, the topmost layer, dark green color. Okay, it consists of this organic matter, nutrients and other mineral matter. Okay, and it supports the growth of the plants. See here, this topmost layer somewhere up to here. Okay, so is known as A horizon. We call it A horizon. And next we have B horizon. So B horizon is a transition zone between A and the C horizon, and it contains matter derived from below as well as from above, and it has some organic matter in it, although the mineral matter is noticeably withered. Okay, so after the A horizon, okay, we have this B horizon here. Okay, so after A we have this B horizon. So this is the B horizon. Sorry, B horizon. Okay, and you know, as mentioned in the book, B horizon contains matter derived from below as well as from above. So here in B horizon, in this horizon, so in this layer, some of the materials are derived from above and some of the materials are derived from below. Okay, so this is a mixed zone, and so it has some organic matter, although the mineral matter is noticeably withered. Okay, and remember, so this is in between A horizon is here. Okay, this is A horizon, and so the last one we have this C horizon. Okay, here we have this C horizon. So let us read. So horizon C is composed of loose parent material. It composed of these rock fragments. Okay, loose parent material, that is big rock fragments, and this layer is the first stage in the soil formation process and eventually forms above the two layers, and this arrangement of layers is known as soil profile. So as you are seeing here, this layer, okay, so this layer is known as C horizon, and here you may be seeing this layer containing these parent rock materials. Okay, loose parent rock materials here, rock fragments you are seeing here. And after withering this layer, okay, after withering this parent material, these two layers, A horizon and B horizon, have been formed. Okay, and remember, such arrangement of the soils into layers is known as a soil profile. Okay, as mentioned here, this arrangement of layers, okay, is known as soil profile. That is, the arrangement of soils into layers is known as soil profile. Okay, remember, in our book, according to our book, we have three horizons of soil. That is, the topmost is known as A horizon, the middle one, the second one is known as B horizon, and the third one is known as C horizon. However, in some other books you may find 4 layers. Okay, the topmost layer is known as O, then next we have A, then next we have a subzone V, then C, like this. So in some other books you may find such type of layering. Okay, and underneath these 3 horizons is a rock which is also known as the parent rock or the bedrock. So after the C horizon you may find layers containing a bedrock. Okay, big rocks, and soil, which is a complex and a varied entity, has always drawn the attention of the scientists. Okay, and in order to understand its importance, in order to understand the importance of the soils, it is essential to attempt a scientific study of the soil. Classification of soil is an effort to achieve this objective. Okay, to understand the importance of the soil, we need to understand the different types of soils. Okay, are you clear? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, then let us continue. Classification of soils. India has varied relief features, landforms, climatic realms, then vegetation types, and these have contributed in the development of various types of soils in India. Okay, we know that India has different types of landforms: mountains, plains, plateaus, coastal areas, wetlands. Okay, and it has different types of climatic regions and vegetation regions, and accordingly we find different types of soils. And now let us start a classification of soils. In ancient times, soils used to be classified into two main groups, Urbara and Ursara. Okay, in the ancient India, soils were classified into two main groups. The first one is known as Urbara, second one is known as Ursara. And Urbara means fertile soil, and Ursara means sterile, that is not fertile. Okay, so in 16th century AD, soils were classified on the basis of their inherent characteristics and external features such as texture, color, slope of the land, and moisture content in the soil. So in the 16th century AD, soils were classified on the basis of their inherent characteristics and external features such as texture. Texture means the size of the soil grains, color of the soil, slope of the land, and the amount of water vapor present in the soil. Okay, so based on texture, the main types of soils are these sandy, then clayey, silty, loam. Okay, and on the basis of color, we have say for example red soil, yellow soil, black soil, etc., etc. Okay, remember on the basis of texture, soils may be classified into sandy soil, clayey soil, silty soil, then a loam. Okay, so remember these are the three important these components of soil, that is sand, silt, and this clay. And here we have diagram. Okay, so this diagram is what we call United States Department of Agriculture soil texture triangle. Okay, and if you see this diagram, see here percentage of silt increases downwards, then here percentage of clay. And if remember clay, silt, and these sand, these are the three important components, grains. Okay, soil materials, we can say soil materials. And if the percentage of these silk is higher, then we call it silty soil. Okay, just see here silt, okay, or silty soil. And likewise, if the percentage of clay is high, then we call it clayey. Okay, and if the percentage of the sand is high, okay, percentage of sand increases towards this, and we call it sandy soil. So in between we have so many other these types, and if we have an equal proportion of sand, then clay and silt, we call it a loam. Okay, loamy soil. So let us continue. Since independence, scientific surveys of soils have been conducted by various agencies. So one of such effort is that Soil Survey of India, established in 1956, made comprehensive studies of soils in selected areas like in the Damodar Valley. Okay, the National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning, an institute under the control of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research (ICAR), did a lot of studies on Indian soils. Okay, in their effort to study soil and to make it comparable at the international level, the ICAR has classified the Indian soils on the basis of their nature and the character, as per the United States Department of Agriculture USDA soil taxonomy. Okay, taxonomy means classification. Okay, so we are following this USDA soil taxonomy. The ICAR okay, is following the USDA soil taxonomy to classify the soils in India. Okay, so that soils in India can be compared with the other soils in other parts of the world. Okay, so this table shows classification of soils of India as per the USDA soil taxonomy, and it has been reproduced in this way because here we don't find a description of these type of soils, and that is why I have collected the description, the definitions of the soils from other books. Okay, and it is presented in this way. So this is the ICAR classification of Indian soils. Okay, let us read. To make it comparable at the international level, as mentioned earlier, okay, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research (ICAR) has classified the Indian soils on the basis of their nature and character. Okay, as per the United States Department of Agriculture, that is USDA soil taxonomy. And ICAR has classified the soils of India into the following order as per the USDA soil taxonomy. Okay, so remember we are following USDA soil taxonomy. Okay, USDA soil classification. So accordingly, we find the following types of soils in India. The first one is known as Inceptive Soles. Okay, so what does Inceptive Soul mean? Soil with weakly differentiated horizon. Inceptive Soils means soils with weakly differentiated horizons, showing alteration of parent materials. So it has weak horizons. Okay, it has weak layers, showing alteration of parent materials. And this type of soil, that is Inceptive Soils, cover, okay, this 1,30,372.90 thousand hectares. Okay, so it is given in 1,000 hectares, that is 1,30,372.90 thousand hectares. And it shares 39.74% of soils, okay, coverage in India. And here we have this photograph given by this USDA soil taxonomy. Okay, so the first one is known as Inceptive Soul. So let us find out. Inceptive Soul is here. Okay, here we have, this is Inceptive Soul. Okay, this layer, see here, this is Inceptive Soul. I think you may be seeing it. Yeah, this is Inceptive Soul. So it has weak layers. Next we have AntiSouls. Okay, so AntiSouls mean soils without pathogenic horizons. Okay, it has no horizons, soils without pathogenic horizons. See here, these soils cover 92,131.71 thousand hectares, and percentage here is 28.08%. Okay, so this type of soil we have AntiSouls. Here we have AntiSouls. I think you may not be seeing horizons here. You may not be seeing layers here. Here we have these AntiSouls. Okay, and we are not observing, we are not seeing layers here. Okay, we don't find layers here. This is what we call anti-souls. Next we have AlphaSouls. Okay, soil with gray to brown surface horizon. AlphaSouls, soil with gray to brown surface horizon, medium to high base supply, and a subsurface horizon of clay accumulation. Okay, and this soil covers 44,448.68 thousand hectare. Okay, 44,448.68 thousand hectare. Percentage here 13.55%. Okay, so now let us see the photograph. AlphaSouls. AlphaSoul is here. Okay, here we have this AlphaSoul, and see here, see the layer, what does mention here? So it has gray to brown. Okay, it has gray to brown surface horizon, gray to brown surface horizon. See here, gray to brown surface horizon. Just see, gray to brown surface horizon. Okay, that is AlphaSouls. Next we have this Ulti Soles. So it means cracking clay soil. Okay, cracking clay soil. Ulti Soles description is cracking clay soils. It covers an area of 27,960,000 hectares. Okay, 27,960,000 hectares. It covers this 0.52%. So let us see Ulti Soles. Okay, Ulti Soles. Ulti Soul is here. Okay, Ulti Soles. Cracking as described here. Okay, cracking clay soils, cracking clay soils. Okay, cracking clay soils. Just see here, it has cracks and see dark gray. This is clay, cracking clay soils. That is Ulti Soles. Okay, so next we have Adidas Holes. Adidas Holes. So soil with pathogenic horizons. So it has layers, it has horizons. Pathogenic means these soil layers. Pathogenic means actually origin of the soil. Okay, so it has pathogenic horizon, low in organic matter. Okay, low in organic matter, and this soil covers 14,000 and 69,000 hectare. That is 4.28%. Okay, Adidas Holes. It has pathogenic horizons. So let us see Adidas Holes. Here we have Adidas Holes. Okay, this is Adidas Holes. And see here Adidas Holes. And next we have Ulti Soles. Soil with a horizon of clay accumulation and a low base supply. So it has clay accumulation, collection of clay, and this soil covers 8,250,000 hectares, and percentage here is 2.51%. Okay, So let us see Ulti Soles. Ulti Soul is here. So here we have these Ulti Soles. Okay, and so this is the profile. This is the profile, and it has a horizon of clay accumulation. Then next we have molly soils. So soil with a nearly black organic resurface horizon. Okay, and a high base supply. Soil with a nearly black organic resurface horizon, and this soil covers 1,320,000 hectares in India. Okay, percentage here is 0.40%. Now let us see molly soils. Molly soil is here. Okay, here this is molly soil, and see the color. Okay, so as mentioned here, it has nearly black, okay, nearly black organic resurface horizon. Nearly black, just see here, see the color, nearly black organic resurface horizon. Okay, this is molly soil. And in addition to this, we have other soils like histo soil. Okay, histo soil means this organic, or this mixed with peat and muck. Okay, histo soil. Then we have this oxy soil, that is soil that is a mixture of principally kaolin, then hydrate oxide, and quartz. Okay, kaolin, you know, this is a fine, usually white clay formed by weathering of aluminous minerals. Kaolin is fine, usually white clay formed by the weathering of aluminous mineral like a feldspar. Okay, kaolin is used in ceramics and as an absorbent. Okay, then spodosol soil that has an accumulation of these amorphous materials in the subsurface horizon. Amorphous means having no definite form or distinct shape. Okay, and other soils cover 9,503.10 thousand hectares. Percentage here is 2.92%. Okay, so let us see a photograph of histo soil. Histo soil is here. Okay, so this is histo soil. Here we have histo soil, and see the profile. Okay, this is histo soil. And what is the other one? The other one is oxy soils. Okay, oxy soils. Oxy soil is here. Okay, this is oxy soils, and see the section. Okay, see the profile. This is oxy soil. Just see here. Okay, this is oxy soil. And what is the last one? That is the spodosol. Okay, accumulation of amorphous materials. Spodosol is here. This is spodosol, and see the profile. Okay, here this is the profile. This is podosols. Okay, are you clear? Any question? So this classification is based on United States Department of Agriculture soil taxonomy. Okay, and for India it has been classified by the ICAR. Okay, based on the USDA soil taxonomy. Here, okay, this is USDA, United States Department of Agriculture soil taxonomy. And according to this USDA soil taxonomy, we have 12 orders of soil. Okay, we have 12 orders of soil, 12 types of soils, and out of this, okay, the ICAR has identified those types of soils, okay, mentioned here for India. Okay. Okay, then if you don't have questions, then let us stop here for today. Thank you very much for joining my class.